What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Steve the Canadian coming at you. And in this one, we're doing something a little different. All right. So you guys see me work on junk, usual. You've seen me kind of, take something nice and redo it. But what I haven't done yet is taken something junk and made it nice yet. So what I'm going to be doing, I just noticed the echo, I'm sorry if it's terrible, over the next 6 episodes is taking this thing and bringing it back to life with a whole bunch of new parts, a whole bunch of money someone shouldn't spend on it, and a whole bunch of time. But we're gonna take this thing from absolute garbage to actually pretty nice, all right? Now, you see the skateboards here, we'll go over that. There is a theme to this bike, all right? Now this, you guys have to, this is tiny, right? My torso is bigger than this entire bike, so we're on a new level of mini bike here. All right, now I'm gonna take the camera off and we're gonna go around and take a look at what we got going on. All right, guys, let's get into it. All right, guys, here she be. Something familiar in the background there. This is, for anyone wondering, a 2006 A.P.C pocket bike. And as you can tell, she has had some better days. This thing especially, you know what I mean? But let me tell you something, guys. This is a great starter project for something cool. Let's talk about it. So to begin with, I've been over with you guys what you can get in this country, Canada, for prices. And this is great representations. I don't feel like I'm lying when I tell you guys the prices I do. And there's a reason for that. So that quad was $600, beat to ship, but running. That's what quads are worth. This mini bike though, they go for anywhere between $500 to $1,000 beat to ship. This one I just got a great deal on. But this, unlike what I'm seeing in America, where you get that for $100, the whole Baja, this is what you get for $100 in Canada. A beat to shit pocket bike. You know what I mean? You go around the other side. It's not the best, not the worst. As you guys can see, these foot pegs are not factory. This part is, but this is not factory whatsoever. Everything is just kind of loosely bolted together. You know what I mean? But the backstory is, the guy that I got it from, he put apparently $100 or so into this already to get it here. So you can only imagine how bad this actually was to begin with. But he got tired of pulling the motor. The motor wouldn't it would fire up and then it wouldn't. He got tired of it, sold it for what he paid for it with the parts he put in it. And now it's mine, right? And now it's ours. It's ours, guys. So here's the thing, all right? And you guys are gonna follow my journey here. Just move some things. We have already got a deluxe sort of parts here for this thing, okay? So, let me just, in this, we have a complete brake cables. There's brake levers. There's brake calipers and pads. So we got a whole new brake system up in the house for this thing. What was that? Oh, I think that was like 35, 40 bucks for all that. So, whole brake system, 40 bucks. Not too bad. You want the whole brake system on that mini bike there? Oh my goodness. Hundreds, if not thousands. So we got LEDs, we got white and red. These are the push button switches for the bike, but I'm gonna use one of them on this thing. I'm just gonna place it, make a hole for it somewhere nice. We got, ooh, this is nice. And see, you see the LEDs and all that, and you're wondering, well, it's a pocket bike. It doesn't have power, Steven. Well, oh, well, look at this. Oh, I don't have my drill out, but this goes on there, and then you just plug a DeWalt battery in, and away you go. Off you go, right? And then underneath that is a GPS speedometer. Yes, it's gonna go like 30 kilometers an hour, but I don't care. It doesn't even do that, actually. We got, oh, just, I love the cable. Let me just pull that out for you guys. Look at that. Ooh, that cable's gonna look good on there. There is obviously a theme we're going with. We got the white LEDs. We got, they sent me, this was supposed to be 6 red LEDs, and they just sent me like a whole pile. And they're bright, so I was like, oh, thanks, guys. We got the new on-off switch, because the guy that I bought this bike from works at the weed store at the mall there, and I saw him the other day when I was at Winners, which is right beside the weed store. And he was like, oh, by the way, the on-off switch is backwards. And I was like, I pulled it for like a half hour, and it never would have started anyways, because I had the switch backwards. But I digress. So the biggest and most expensive thing on the bike, I guess, as you see the forks there, they require these, but, oh, new gas tank. Okay, I guess actually, okay, the second most expensive thing was a new gas tank. I don't have the other gas tank in here, but it was gross and it was leaking everywhere. And I don't know if you guys know what 2-stroke fuel smells like, but I didn't know it was leaking, and it stained my floor and the whole house. Like, that door seals pretty good. I went over all the doors because winter's coming up, and it still reeked in the house. I was like, oh, that's so gross. And it was like on my gloves and just terrible. But totally lost track, just bitching. Oh yeah, fuel tank. So new fuel tank. You guys will see how that'll fit in, because we're not really using all of that. But what I was getting at, let me just put that down there, is this. So what a lot of these bikes don't have, and if they want to look like actual mini motorcycles, I mean, I guess they should. This is for the other side, forgive me. Shocks, little shock absorbers. Look at this. Boing, 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 boing. Yeah. They are the dirt, super dirt. So these were like 56 bucks. They're little shock absorbers. And if I line them up, they are a solid 4 inches higher. But guess what you can do? Because they're not filled shocks. You can just chop it down. But then this bad boy has got shocks. So we are talking a actual makeover of parts on this thing. The front tire is original. Not bad, okay? Not new. Not bad. Workable. Definitely savable. Rear tire, actually new. That was like 60 bucks on its own. He went through like 4 tubes, he said, just trying to get this on his own before he took it to a shop. I get it, they're pretty hard. And tubes aren't cheap either, they're like 10 bucks a piece. So that's like $100 tire right there. But he got it. Brake discs. Dog's barking now. Brake discs are good. We are reusing those. Yeah, so that's it. So basically the biggest part, and the engine. Sorry, we'll go over the engine quick before we talk about the customization. So the engine is unknown. That's a new carburetor. That's actually the upgraded carburetor for the motor. So if you were to buy like a racing one, that's what you would get. And I've considered getting another motor for it, but there's a budget for this thing, right? The budget is $350, and if I get a motor, I'll be closer. I'll be at like 400. So I don't want to do that because these are only worth like $5 original. Maybe it'll be worth more once I tell you guys like what I'm doing to it. Like labor alone will be worth basically that probably on it, but yeah, I don't want to spend 600 bucks on this thing, you know what I mean? I was hesitant on buying the street tires for that because they were 300 bucks. But I need them because that's the world record bike. case you guys haven't seen, this is actually kicking around this beautiful color. Made it Baja. This, because I got another one of these for that one. I know we're getting off topic, but this is actually gonna say, oh, what was I gonna go with? Mini Bastard 250, I think. Because I still want to put a fake tank back on that. Back to this. So yeah. So almost everything you see here in the front is just coming off. Because it's going to be new. Aside from the rim and tire and that bad boy right there. Engine coming off. I'm going to worry about this last. Contrary to popular belief, where you should make sure an engine runs before you do anything to it, you should. This, like, you can get an 11,000 RPM racing motor for $140. So this is the least of my concerns. I can put just a regular chainsaw motor with an upgraded carb in there for $98. Least of my concern. Like I said, I don't want to spend the money, but if it comes right down to it, it's not the hardest thing. Exhaust. I am stealing these tips for that thing. I know I keep bringing that thing up, but that thing is getting done. I'm just waiting on that thing, which is the motor, to get fucking worked on. This town sucks, and I can't figure it out. But the exhaust that was going to go on that one is going to go on this one. I'm going to just have like one muffler here. We're talking about the customization of it now, because really the stripping apart, like, it'll be in this video, but it'll be very quick to strip this all apart. Still going to come out the back. These plates, I'm going to take these plates off, and I have sheets of galvanized steel there. Right there. That I am going to just cover this whole thing and weld it from the inside. So it'll just be a nice galvanized flat plate. Those are going to be covered for paint. This tab was originally here. It's what holds the back of the gas tank up, but it broke off obviously at some point. So I'm going to re-clean that up, maybe a few welds. This center bracket is a little higher, as you can see, than that bracket. I'm going to cut this one down, straighten it out, and put it the same height as that one. Probably put it right back where it is though. And you guys have seen a couple of things that might give you a slight idea of where I'm going with this. But let me go over this piece of poop first. Okay, whatever. All right, so this is garbage. The guy was actually doing body work on it, but I mean, you got, look at that. Look at that. You can't fix that. Okay, that's, well, you can. I don't want to put the effort in to fix it. So this back half is actually really good. Not a lot going on that's bad. I personally believe that this rounded off and then properly fit would make not the worst looking rear fender. Like, my plan was to make fenders for this out of galvanized and then leave them galvanized, because I think it would look cool, and I can make fenders for it. You shape them to the tire, you hammer them out. It's a lost technique, but it's pretty fun. But I think this would kind of look cool, properly fit to the tabs, because the tabs are wide enough. Like right back here where it kind of widens out is the width of the tab, so it's almost perfect. And then I'd have a nice wide rear fender that I can paint, and there's like almost a perfect spot where it lines up where I could put like a fake license plate. You know what I mean? Just right down here. And the muffler will be higher up, so there will be lots of room to fit. Look at those duals. Those dually boys. Yeah, so basically that's the plan. I'm going to salvage from here back, like this line, not this plastic crap, and try to make this as nice as possible of a rear fender. Save my time of making a rear fender, because I can make that look good. You doubt me now, and so do I, but I can and will do it. All right, so the front part here, we are salvaging from here forward for now. This is all getting cut out and thrown away. This is getting thrown away eventually. So I live in a very small town far away from anything, and to buy a pocket bike if I live in one of the big cities would take me 5 minutes, and 50 bucks. But it becomes hundreds of dollars just to go there and buy this and fuel and time to go buy a plastic. And you generally have to buy the whole bike, which there's a beautiful one for 80 bucks in Edmonton, but it's like a whole day. It's a 10-hour day plus hundreds of dollars in fuel. That's not a joke. Like, just to go pick up an $80 pocket bike, I'm at $400, $500 for no reason. No. So this will be salvaged for now to get the proper dimensions of what I'm doing. And this holds the gas tank. So I need that for now. Otherwise I would just throw this away after cutting this off. But the reason I need that, guys, okay, let's pull this off. Okay, and now you're gonna see the color. Okay, let's go over the color quick. Frame, 100% white. Front to back, white. Nothing else, straight white. What this was supposed to be, well, this is pearl white, okay? You can see there's a pearl. This was supposed to be, this is gonna be white. Like white bread white, all right? And then the rest of it's gonna be red. As you can tell by the choices, very Canadian theme. Yes, it's gonna be probably a Canadian theme. But a different theme first with a Canadian twist. Let's get back to it. Don't mind how the top of the board looks, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason why I'm cutting down that tab, not the back, the tab. So you're looking at it like, oh, that's dumb as shit. Yeah, it is. But what's not dumb as shit is properly cutting it to where it lines up in the back to be a nice seat. And then as you can see, I've already got it kind of drawn out as where the tank lands. To have that, like I measured that out and then drew it out. Just, yeah. So the tank will be over top of the seat. And I'm just going to leave it a skateboard seat. Right? I think that's actually going to look good. I've already sat on it without the seat. Like, you can sit on it right now without the seat, and it's way more comfortable like that. So if there was an actual, like, nice board there, oh, that would probably be way more comfortable for an adult or a child to actually ride this. Because that thing, oh my goodness, that's impossible. I don't know how you see videos of adults riding it with, like, these original foot pegs. It's like, there's no way. Well, okay, there should be foot pegs that come off of this, but still. So that is the plan. This seat will be, see how it almost lines up? It's going to be perfect. But I want to go down to the height of that first bracket so that there's just a 1/4-inch gap between the frame and the board. You know what I mean? Just the slight. And there's a reason for that gap. So you guys have seen now what's going on with the upper body work. That's it. That's all. There isn't anything else to do. Like, I'm not going to paint that right away until I find a nice one I can cut in half. But I'm going to paint the rear fender. So making the board nice is really what's left of that. And we'll go over that real quick before moving on. Or WLD, I don't know, or WLDR, I don't know actually what it is. So this board here, all right, and this is where, let me get that bad boy out. This is where this all comes into play. So this is gonna be the back. So before I finish, you can already see I was testing it here. Actually, I'll turn around. Before I finish the board, like sand it down and everything, I was just doing a tester on this side. Basically, by the end of it, you're gonna have your LEDs inside the board. I was just finding the right depth and everything. So the LEDs will be, we'll just put one where it's probably gonna be right there. There will be one, which side of the board? Right. Where's that actually cut? Hang on. I know you guys are not really seeing. Okay. So, right there. So there's going to be one right there that's red. There's going to be 2 white ones in the middle, one on each side here. And then there's, or maybe one even on top, because these holes aren't going to be the holes. And then one more red one on the side. So as you can see, that's where the Canadian theme's coming in of the red and white. And these are going to be recessed. Oh, hopefully, like, yeah, I'd say a 1/4 inch they gotta go down. And I want to make the cuts nice. I want to make them clean and then finish the top of the board, like from here back, like sand it nice, and then fill these in with, I don't know, resin, or maybe just clear coat the fuck out of it. But I want to paint beneath where they go the color of the board. So the bottom of the board is going to be red. And then if you can get white grip tape, actually I might just do white on top. But I haven't looked into that yet. I'm sure you can. But yeah, so it's going to be, I'll probably have them like run back on this one so that the wires are all at the back of the board. No, I want them at the front of the board. That'd be dumb of me. But either way, so yeah, then there will be like one there, white, white, red. You know what I mean? So you're going to have the Canadian flag blasting on the ground at all times. But that is the seed idea. And I think that's actually going to be cool. And that's where that DeWalt battery holder comes in. Because I just plug my DeWalt drone battery into the bike. And that works. With the switch of a button, of course. But here's, oh, there it is, this little guy. I'm going to sacrifice this super old one and just clean it up. But now here's what makes this kind of cool, because I am double dutying it. Look at this little guy that I got. Oh my goodness, look at how cute this board is. It matches that 100%. Right, guys? So, this board is also going to have one red, two white, but really close together, and then one red. So same thing, mini board. Trucks are going to go back on this one. The metal trucks that you saw in there are going to go back on this one. So it's going to be a functioning board that goes with this board that also has its own LEDs. But now here's the crazy part when this one's done, and this is the whole point of this bike's theme. The two white LED lights that'll be in the center of this board, when you're done riding, when you're done kick flipping this bad boy, hint, hint, it's going to mount right here and plug in as the headlight, and only the two white LEDs will turn on. So on its own, it'll light up entirely. You can turn it on and off. And then when you plug it in back as a headlight, only the white ones will light up. Heck yeah, my dudes. Right? Yeah. And then it will almost be like a guard, except it'll be lit up. So that is the plan. That's what we're going over. So frame white, everything else detailed red. Rims, I still haven't decided. I don't like stripe patterns, and I kind of wanted to do white walls, so I might just do red rims, you know what I mean? Not get fancy with it, but put little Canadian touches here and there. You know what I'm saying? And the name of the bike, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be KICKFLIP. That's right, KICKFLIP. And I'm going to get a little sticker here that says KICKFLIP. Because it's going to be cool. But obviously the whole theme will be a little bit skateboards. You know, I'll have like a tech deck charm hanging off the handlebar or something. Little things like that. But I want it to be nice. I want this thing to be like, you could put it on a table or in the corner of the garage. Because it weighs like 40 pounds, I think. Yeah, look at it. That's a one-handed machine. Lazy Jedi's all worried about killing myself. Like, how? You can't. But that's it, guys. So this is going to be part one. I guess no work is done, but a video will follow immediately. It's already 22 minutes, you know what I mean? A video will follow immediately of this thing being stripped down. That'll be a very short video. Even if I include the frame prep, that'll still be a shorter video than this, probably, I guess. But that's the plan, guys. I know you guys are like, you're like, what are you doing? Still haven't finished that, but my dream of the front end is happening, guys. Okay, the electric front end is happening. I'm back on it. Okay, I don't want to film it until I'm back on it. This thing, again, the motor, but this will be done here right away. I made sure I have all the parts. I just picked this up the other day, but still, all the parts came in. 1 week from now, this bike will be a masterpiece. And I think you guys are going to like it. I hope you guys like it. I hope it turns out the way I want it to turn out. Because what I'm picturing in my mind looks fucking sick. Yeah. All right, guys. My name is Steve the Canadian. You know that though already if you're watching this. But if you don't, hi. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. I saw people really enjoyed the worst machine ever built. Gonna try to redeem myself, my dudes. So, I will see you guys very shortly. Bye-bye.